Good morning, Mrs. Max Calculus class. This is Harry Pitch with the morning news. Math today has become obsolete in Canada. When questioned about his decision, Prime Minister Calc said that the discontinuity of math is linear throughout the country and will stay this way until I see a need for it. Here's hoping you see that soon, President Calc. And now for our most popular section, Math It Out. Today's question is brought to us by Aunt Derivative Pie. Pie. Today's question is, find the derivative of y equals the negative cosine of x squared. Let's hit the streets to find our answer.
Hi there, Darwin.
Good morning. We are here with Mr. Hillbilly in the town of Kanapwa. Mr. Hillbilly, I have a question for you.
Yes?
Do you know what the derivative of y equals inverse cosine times x squared is?
Well, let me see. Couple raccoons went up tree, around bushes. I reckon that'd be about negative 2x over the square root of 1 minus x to the 4th power.
Wow, that's right, but can you show me some work?
No, what work?
No work, no credit.
You're kidding me.
Not kidding.
Well, I just reckon I have to go on home then. I can't help you out.
All right, Mr. Hillbilly.
Well, gosh darn it.
Mr. Narrator, could you, please help us on this problem, please?
Why, yes, I can. Well, we start with y equals the inverse cosine of the quantity x squared. Then we take the derivative, which is negative 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus u squared times du over dx, or the chain rule. We plug our original function into the derivative function, and we get y prime equals negative 1 over the square root 1 minus the quantity x squared squared. That times the chain rule, which goes from x squared to its derivative 2x through the power,
which is where we take the exponent of the variable and multiply it by the constant in front of the variable. Here it is the assumed 1. Then we will take the original exponent and subtract 1. Here, that becomes a 1, so we don't put anything. From there, all we have to do is multiply, and you have your answer. And there you have it! The answer to the negative cosine of x squared is, well, just 1 second here, I forgot it, so let me get on my calculator. The answer is negative 2x over the square root of 1 minus x to the 4th power. Wow, isn't math lots of fun? This just in! The League of Mathematically Powerful People has just shown up at the Prime Minister's Canada's door to show them what math is really like.
So, Prime Minister Calc, why did you outlaw math?
Well, back in high school, I could never remember the derivatives of the inverse of the trig functions. So, when I became Prime Minister today, I outlawed it. I don't like it.
Really? Well, they're simple. We can help teach you.
No, I don't want them.
Oh, come on, Prime Minister. It's just math. They're pretty easy, and they're similar too.
Okay,
Okay.
I guess I'll hear them.
All right. Well, I guess we'll start with the derivative of inverse sine. That one's pretty easy one. It's just 1 divided by the square root of 1 minus x squared.
Oh.
And you know, cosine is just the same, only negative, because anything that starts with c is negative. Very true, very true. And then the inverse of tangent, the derivative of inverse tangent is 1 divided by 1 plus x squared.
1 divided by the... I can't do it.
Oh, but you can, because just remember, if you get that one, you can definitely get cotangent, which is the same, only negative, because it starts with a C.
Because it starts with a C.
Easy, right? You can remember that.
Yeah, I guess.
Next, we'll do a derivative of inverse secant. That's 1 divided by the absolute value of x times the square root of x squared minus 1.
Come on, Mr. Prime Minister, tell me what cosecant would be.
Negative?
Yeah! Isn't math fun?
I know this!
Woohoo!
I know this! Oh.
Another crisis resolved by the League of the Mathematically Powerful People.
That's awesome. Thanks, LOMPP. In other news, Hugh Demon found the Pythagorean theorem in his soup today, only to figure out that he had actually ordered the pudding. Here's hoping you find your pudding, too. In our last segment of the day, we visit Judy Pumpernickel as she shows us how to find the derivative of y equals the inverse sine of 3 over t squared.
Where are my slippers? I thought I left them right here.
Are we rolling? Judy? We're rolling.
Oh, sorry. Alright, well anyways, today we are going to be learning what the answer is to the derivative of inverse sine times 3 over t squared. I need to get my reading glasses. That'll be a lot better. Get my pencil and my notebook. That's not a pencil. Alright, so we have here y equals inverse sine times 3 over t squared.
First, we start with y equals the inverse sine of 3 over t squared. We take the derivative of that whole thing, but we start with the inverse sine. The derivative of the inverse sine is 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. X, in this case, is 3 over t squared from our original function. We multiply that by the inside of the original function, and we find the derivative of the inside. We use the quotient rule, and we find t squared times 0 minus 3 times 2t, all over t squared, quantity squared. We then simplify our second multiplication there, and we get y prime equals the quantity 1 over the square root of 1 minus 3 over t squared, quantity squared, times 0 minus 6t over t to the 4th power. Our next step shows us multiplying, and we get y prime equals negative 6t all over t to the 4th power multiplied by the square root of 1 minus 9 over t to the 4th power. Then we find a common denominator in our square root. So we take the 1 and set it so it can be correctly subtracted from 9 over t to the 4th power. Then we have y prime equals negative 6t all over t to the 4th power times t to the 4th minus 9 all over t to the 4th. Then we square root the bottom t to the 4th, and we have y prime equals negative 6t all over t to the 4th power times the square root of t to the 4th minus 9 over t squared. Then we cancel out all of our extra t's, and we get our final answer, which is y prime equals negative 6 over t times the square root of t to the 4th minus 9.
6 divided by t times the square root of t to the 4th minus 9. And that is our answer. Thank you, my dearies, for learning how to find the answer to this mathematical equation. Jack! Where are my slippers?
I don't know. And that's it, everyone. Good night and see you tomorrow. Hey, can someone help me with this tie? I need help with this tie. Yeah, just start filming and then tell me when you're done. Ready?
We're ready.
Okay. You ready?
Oh
Okay.
Hold your breath.
Good morning, Mrs. Mrs.
And you'll be in a world of pure
The answer is negative 2x over the quantity squared. I forgot.
imagination. We'll be
In our last segment of the day, we visit Judy. Pumpernickel. Okay.
my creation.
Where are my slippers?
See will
I thought I left them right
Judy.
here.
No, Judy. We're rolling.
Where are my slippers? 9. And that is our answer. Thank you, my dearies, for learning how to find the answer to this mathematical equation.
and view it.
Jack!
Anything you want.
Where are my slippers?
I don't know.
World. There's nothing
Okay.